find your spot on your mat. Close your eyes. And let's find a hand position. So you can rest your hands in your lap, like I'm doing, or you can take your hands to your knees and palms are up. Palms are up because that's going to externally rotate your shoulders. So physically, that's what happens. It helps you open your chest, so get rid of that forward roll we're in all day, right? And the other thing that palms up, from a yogic perspective, it represents just being open to the practice. It's one of the things, right? If you touch your first finger and thumb, Jan Mudra, so mudra is a hand symbol. This mudra with the first finger and thumb connected, it just symbolizes an unbroken circle, okay? So there's an unbroken circle of energy, and you're part of that energy, right? Which is, it's the truth, it's good or bad, but we make a difference. We are part of that energy. We're the part of the cycle. So we're open to the gifts of the practice. We acknowledge being part of the energy. We kind of thrive in being part of the energy. Big exhale, everyone, right down into your hips. Shoulders relax. Lift your crown of your head up without shrugging your shoulders, and inhale, make your spine longer. Eyes are closed. Exhale fully. Now when you exhale, feel your belly button pulling in. Exhale, keep your spine long, no shrugging, no slouching. Belly button pulls in, at least a 4 count out, so you're going to pay attention. Now stay long and tall, and inhale, feel the belly moving. Inhale, the belly expands. The chest expands, and the breath goes right up to the top of your lungs, top of your collarbones. Exhale, empty the lungs from the collarbones, middle ribs. Pull the belly button in. And just a couple more breaths like that. So what we're doing is just feeling the full capacity of your lungs. If you haven't done full breath practice like this in forever or ever or a long time, it's going to be hard to find all the expansion. That's okay. That so doesn't matter. We're just becoming aware. 4 count in and a 4 count out. Try to notice if there's an area in your body, maybe it's the ribs. For me, it's the ribs. My ribs are tight. If it's hard to move the breath into, if it's hard to move your ribs, just notice that. If you feel your breath stops before you get up to the top of your lungs, just notice that. If it feels flowing freely, notice that. Then we're going to add on to the breath an awareness of where our thoughts are. So take a couple breaths, and instead of just focusing inhale, exhale as your main focus, just let your mind go and notice the multitude of thoughts that you have. Right? Just let it run wild. Okay, it's like a puppy on the field. You're not trying to hold that puppy back. Just running around, and that's okay. It happens. You're just noticing. See if you can notice 1 or 2 thoughts that are happening, repeating over and over and over. Maybe you can. Okay, and then all we're going to do is say to ourselves, okay, that's fine. Things are running away. I've got lots of thoughts. Lots of energy, and then we're just going to bring that energy back in and focus on one thing. Come on back to the breath. In and out. I'm going to take a few more minutes with that, maybe 2 minutes. And now what you can do is you know what it is to feel, to notice when the mind is spiraling. When that happens again, come back to the breath. Practicing being in present moment. So I'm going to count it for us. So we'll start again, everybody, with an inhale. 4 count. 4, 3, 2, 1. The breath is full. Hold it for a second. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. And again, inhale. Hold the breath at the top. Controlled exhale. Sitting tall. Your face is relaxed, okay? No frowning. Okay. Squeeze all the air out. A few more times on your own. Relax your face. Relax your shoulders, but sit tall. So we want the mind to just ride on the wave of the breath, the flow of the breath. Just here, present. The mind feels super busy tonight. That's okay. Just acknowledge it. We're not trying to scold it. We're just noticing. Okay, that's fine. Let's come back to the breath. One more. It's really good. Okay, and then we're going to keep your eyes closed and just bring your hands to the center of your chest. Thumbs touch the heart center. Okay, Namaskar Mudra. Okay, Mudra again, hand symbol. Now breathe, inhale, exhale, feel the heart. Slight smile on the face. Okay, open to the gifts of our practice. And the gifts tonight could be like the benefit of feeling your body lightening up and loosening up. The benefit could be calm mind. The benefit could be, at the end you're feeling a little more. Okay, you are a little more open and raw, and that's okay. Or you may just feel great. Right? That's a big deal. All right, so we're gonna Om. You don't have to be loud. Have a little bit of volume so you can feel the vibration in your hands. Okay, inhale together. And then we open our eyes, greet each other with namaste. Namaste, everybody. It's wonderful that you're all here. And then we're just going to keep on rolling. So onto all fours. Tonight we're going to start. I say tonight, but I know there's some folks who it's still afternoon. So tonight in Ottawa time, we're going to start with real classic warm-up that I like to do a lot of the classes, okay? So it gets you in a routine. So table pose, everybody, all fours. Backs of the feet are pressed down, the backs, tops of the feet are pressed into the mat, your hands are pressed. All right, flat back to start with, take a breath. Feel your body. Exhale, you're going to arch your back like a cat and really pull your belly button in, tuck your tailbone under and tuck your chin in. If you're super tight here, you're going to feel it. Okay? Round, round, round. Turn your tailbone up. Inhale. Belly drops. Feel your shoulder blades pull back and your eyes look up. Exhale from the tailbone. Arch. Belly button in. Round the back. Tuck your chin. You can never go wrong with cat pose. Okay? Inhale. If you want to roll out your mat at any time, wonder what you should do, just start with cat pose. Start moving. Now you want to get into the whole spine. So if your low back is tight, it's going to be hard for you to move there. Focus on that exhale, tilting your tailbone. And then the hard part is when you exhale, getting that tailbone tucked under if you're tight. Okay, so really squeeze it. Inhale, shoulder blades. So if the shoulders are tight, you want to focus on those shoulders sliding back. Exhale. When you exhale, really puff up between your shoulder blades. Right? Tuck chin. One more time. Inhale. Feel the back getting a little more mobile, the spine, the muscles in the back. Exhale. And use your core, right? Inhale to flat back. All right, we're going to stay on our wrists, so if you need a little shake out, shake your hands out. Keep your left hand down, right arm up. Extend. Okay, stay looking down so your neck is neutral. You can extend the left leg without lifting it up yet. Squeeze your left butt cheek and pull in your lower abdominals a little bit. So there's a little strength there. And then hover the left leg off the mat. Balancing cat for 5. Now you're not going to breathe so much in your belly. You're going to breathe in your ribs a little bit more. 4. All right, smiling. Smiling keeps your jaw relaxed, keeps your shoulders relaxed. 3, 2, breathing everybody. 1, awesome, and just float down, exhale. Float up the other side, inhale. So every pose moves with the breath, and you're here, and you're stable, and you're breathing deep. Reaching, so pushing your heel back, reaching your fingers, lift up out of your right wrist. 3 more breaths, nice and deep. See if you can feel your ribs moving. The jaw is soft, the breath is deep from the back of your throat. Squeeze your right butt cheek, okay? And then hand floats down, knee floats down, the knees go wide apart. We'll take just a couple breaths in child so you get the vibe, the feel for child's pose. I like knees apart child to start. Gives you space to drop down in between your legs, and then drop your head down to the mat. If your shoulders are tight, take your hands as wide as the mat. All right, drop your head down. And with each exhale, just melt the chest and the forehead down into the mat. Okay, and again, see if you can breathe into the ribs, into the back of the body. Right, loosen up those muscles. All right, now we're going to take the hands over to the left. Okay, so you're going to get a bigger stretch down the right side of your body. What I like to do with my left hand is I bend my left elbow and I put my hand underneath my forehead. So I rest my forehead on my left hand, and then stretch the right arm over, right butt cheek down to the heel, and breathe into your right side. Feel a huge stretch down lower back, the sides of your low back, right where it attaches around your hip crest. Feel that. Feel your shoulder. Breathe into the muscles in your ribs. So between your ribs, breathe in there. Right butt cheek down to the heel. Easier said than done, right? Over to the other side, mindfully, with your breath. Inhale, come center. Exhale, stretch the other way. So you can bend your right elbow, hand under forehead, rest your forehead down onto the hand, stretch the left side, left butt cheek down to the heel, and breathe. Exhale, big exhale. So let yourself sink into the mat. Inhale, feel yourself fill up, and big stretch to that right side, to the left side. Really good. Back to center, everybody. And then come back up onto all fours. Inhale. Okay, we're going to do down dog with hovering cat. So down dog with bent knees to start. So your toes are under. If you haven't done, I think a couple people here haven't done yoga before. So I'm just going to talk you through it slowly. If you know your down dog, just roll right into it, right? If you need a little extra guidance, go slow with me. Exhale. Come on back. All right, down dog, you want to be in an inverted V. So you don't want to be in a funky looking plank, kind of shoulders over wrists. You got to get yourself back. Your head down between your shoulders, which means you probably have to bend your knees. You want your abdomen to come to your thighs. You can pause anytime and take a look at me. Shake your head out a little bit, everybody. And then bend and straighten opposite legs. Let's get into the calves. If you've got the flexibility, when the heel goes down, pick the toes up off the mat. Let's get into the fascia. So the theme of this class is deep stretch. So I'm going to try to give you options to get a little deeper into the connective tissue with each movement. So for this movement, it's when heels are down, toes come up. Breathing, everybody. And you're going to sway your hip out to the side when the heel goes down. Now, down dog takes a lot of energy in your upper body. If you get fatigued, you go back to child, okay? And then just come back and catch, join back in. No big deal. Hovering cat. Knees bend, you're way up on your toes. Look forward between your hands. So it's a cat pose with the knees hovering, that's all. Knees come down and hover over the mat, and then you lift the chest and look forward. Great strength there for the body. Exhale to down dog, straight knees, straight legs or bent knees. Hovering cat, inhale. Gets too intense, you just drop down to child. Exhale. See how this is working through our big joints here? It's awesome. And building strength in your upper body. Inhale. Exhale. So we're limbering up. So as we go through the practice, we can get deeper into the opening. All right? Breathing, everybody. Exhale when you go back to down dog. You can have bent knees. Inhale when you open up into hovering cat. We're going to go 2 more times. If you want to break, put your knees down and rest, but be present. Inhale when you go to hovering cat. Watch your shoulders. You want to slide those around. Exhale back. 1 more time. Inhale, stretch out your feet. Exhale, and then as we exhale, we're gonna walk our hands back to the feet at the back of the mat and walk your feet a little further apart. Okay? Bend your knees, rest your ribs on your thighs, shake your head out, grab your elbows. Exhale, so you wanna get off your wrists, right? Exhale, rock side to side. If you prefer your hands draped on the ground, go ahead. Right? You gotta let your head go though. Do not use your head, no using neck muscles. If you're really tight here, take your hands on the back of your head and just gently move so your chin tucks in and take a breath. Hands straight down to the mat, everybody. Wiggle your toes. Woo. Roll up, inhale. Hands come up to the ceiling as you come up. That may take you a breath or two to come up, but this is an inhale as you come up here. Exhale, hands come down to the heart center. You're going to step to the front of your mat, short edge of your mat. And actually, I'm going to turn to face you so you can see me, but you're going to face the short edge of your mat, okay? So we're going to come into chair pose and do it a little bit up and down in chair. So yoga, chair squat. So actually, let's bring the feet a little bit together, a little bit apart. Hands to thighs. Exhale. Okay? So I'm not all the way down into a deep, deep squat. I'm here. It's like I'm on a stool. I'm on my chair. All right? Then you're going to inhale here. Exhale. Just dive down. Inhale, come up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Mobility through the shoulders. Exhale. Now I want you to push into your heels and squeeze your bum the whole time. Exhale. Inhale. And I'm even tucking my head in. You don't have to tuck your chin in. If that doesn't feel great, you're going to just look forward. Exhale when you go down. Inhale when you lift up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. So sit back on your heels. Keep your knees behind your toes. 2 more times. Feel your thighs working. Hold it up. 5. Hands can be wide apart if you want, or together. Feel your thighs. 3. You can be way up here. That's all right. 2. 1. Woo! Straighten up. Hands down. All right. Shake your shoulders. Feet stay a little bit apart. Half moon. And I'm not sure if you can see the top of my hand, but that's okay. Inhale, lift the arm up, and you're going to push your right hip out and come over. So now you'll see my hand come into view. Exhale all the way over. Now notice, this is happening with the hip coming out. Okay, that's the mover here. And then your arm is coming to your ear, and your ear to the arm. And big exhale, take 3 big breaths. 1. Exhale, 2. Exhale, 3. Inhale all the way up, looking forward. Exhale, hand down. Inhale, left arm up. Push your left hip out before anything happens. Left hip goes out, then arch. Ooh, you may be tighter on one side. That's all right. Exhale. So arm to ear. Big breath. So you can hear my breathing, right? Exhale from the back of my throat, really deep. Open up those deep hip muscles, the lower back muscles. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hand comes down. Brilliant, everybody. And now we're going to go into goddess pose, right? So the feet come out like a plie. So we're warming up these big muscles so we can get some deep stretch in them, okay? So goddess, toes point out like a plie. You want to get wide. It's hard, right? The wider you go, the more challenging it is. But, you know, we're not here to do nothing, right? So let's find our strength. So drop down, okay? Knees are out, shoulders back, chest is up. Now, you can stay here with hands on your knees, on your thighs. Just don't press on your knee joint. Be on your thighs, that's okay. Squeeze your glutes. You can bring your arms up. First finger, thumb connect. Relax your shoulders. Want a little more intensity? Come up on your toes. Come down even further. Big breathing. 5. Okay, wherever you are. So Heels can be down, hands can be on your thighs. Find your spot. 4. Breathe deep. 3. That's it. 2. Keep squeezing your hips. 1. Now we're going to drop the hands to the thighs. Drop the heels if they're up. Inhale, come up. Bring the feet in just a little bit. We're going to do wave pose. So I'm going to turn sideways so you can see what happens with the hips. Okay? Hands to thighs. Push your bum back. My knees are bent. Exhale, and then you get, see my back is flat? Exhale, and then just roll down from there. Tuck your chin. Push on your thighs and inhale, roll up. Once the chest is up here, bum goes back again. Exhale, roll down. Inhale, roll up. It's a wave for your spine. Exhale, roll down. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, roll down. Okay? Finding that freedom of energy in your spine, in your nervous system. Nice, so we can find a little bit of calm and peace in our body. One more time. Roll it up. Inhale, this time hands to the ceiling. Look up, big stretch. Hands together down to the heart center. Feet go even wider. We're going to go down into Malasana. So it's a big squat. And if you can't quite get all the way down there, I'll show you some options, all right? So your feet, see how wide my feet are here? And you're going to play around with your feet as you come down, okay? No big deal. So I think that, we'll see, all right? So you're going to squat down, squat down. Now when you get here, you may feel like you have to come on your toes. That's okay, just get down, get your bum back there, wiggle down, wiggle down. Now, are your heels popped up off the ground? Slide your pillow, roll your mat up, or stay up here in your squat. If you can get down here, get on down, okay? Push your knees open. Lift the chest. If you're up a little bit on your toes, that's okay. If you can slide something under your heels to support you, go for it. Roll your blanket up and slide it under there. Get low. Lift your heart. 5. How are we doing, gang? Hey, looking good, looking good. 4. Okay, now lift your chest and lift your eyes. 3. 2. 1. And then the hands move to the mat. You push yourself to a forward fold. Exhale, everybody. Wiggle your feet in so they're just about an inch apart. Hands move to shins. Inhale. Now push so your back is flat. I'll go sideways so you can see. Bend your knees slightly. Exhale, forward fold. Drape your hands on the mat. Tuck your chin in. Hands to shins again. Inhale to flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Roll up. Inhale. Hands to ceiling. Stretch it all the way up. Hands down to heart. So sun salutation. All right, I'm going to, let's take it slowly so we can use our deep breaths, okay? So I'm going to talk you through it, but if you know your sun salutations, you're just going to go, you're going to have more of an opportunity to go deep and really hold and follow your breath, okay? Everybody feet together, arms up, inhale, lift, look up. Exhale, belly button pulls in, forward fold, bent knees are fine. Everybody, your right foot steps back as far as you can into a lunge. Drop your knee. Everyone, a big long breath. Your fingers are on the mat or on your thigh if that's more comfortable. Inhale, lift your chest, take a breath. And then exhale, plank. Now you're going to hold your breath just kind of for a second. Everybody this round, your knees go down. Now watch your bum. Tilt your bum up to the ceiling. Bring your elbows to your body. This is hard if you haven't done it for a while. Exhale, come down. You may feel you have to collapse. That's okay. Flat on the mat. Everybody, big long breath. Inhale, lift your chest. Hug your elbows to your sides. Exhale, chin to mat. Toes under. Everyone, come up to plank. You can start on your knees or just push fully up to plank. Everybody to a down dog. Bent knees or straight legs. Take a long breath. Big exhale. Right foot to the ceiling, everyone. Come up on your left toes, your left heel's way up. Here's the hardest part of sun salutations, stepping forward. You ready? You got to get your foot between your hands. Doesn't make it, you push it. Drop your left knee. It'll get easier. Inhale, lift your chest. Option, hands to thighs. Beautiful, everyone. Take another breath here. Let's open those hips up. Nice. Fingers to the mat. You're going to step forward, feet together. Exhale, head to knees. Flat back. Come on up. Reach to the ceiling. Inhale. Look up. Hands down to the chest. Exhale. So this time we lead with the left foot. Inhale. Arms up. Look up. Exhale. Forward fold. Everybody. Big, deep breath. Left foot goes back as far as you possibly can. Drop your knee. Fingers to the mat or your thigh. Inhale. Lift the chest. And then we're going to come down. Step into plank. Hold it. You can have knees down or lower in full plank. Touch the mat. Feet are flat. Elbows hug the body. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, chin to mat. Toes roll under, plank. Everybody down dog. Exhale. Walk your feet around. Bend your knees if you want. Take a big breath. All right, then your left leg is going to come up real high. Your right heel is off the mat. Look where you want your foot to land. And you're going to push on that right foot a little bit. Foot forward. Give it a little push if you need to. Knee down. Inhale. Fingers on the mat or hands to thigh. Lift the chest. And then hands down if they were on your thigh. Step forward, everybody. Exhale. Forward fold. Let it all go. Flat back, lift up, inhale, reach to the ceiling, hands to heart, exhale, feeling good, right? All right, another round. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward bend. Okay, just take it one breath at a time. Your right foot steps way back, slide it back, drop your knee, hands to thigh or to the mat. Inhale, you lean forward a little bit, lift the chest. And now hold your breath. Plank. Lower down, knees down or up, lower down. Touch the mat. Inhale, feet are flat, cobra, hug your elbows into your body. Exhale, from the lifted position now, down dog. Exhale. Take a breath. Right foot up just for a breath. Look forward, step forward, push your foot if it didn't make it. Drop left knee, hands to the ground or the thigh. Inhale. Next breath, step forward. Exhale, forward fold. Arms out to the sides. Inhale, lift up. Now we're going to come right back forward. Exhale, let it go. Left foot steps back. Slide it back as far as it'll go. Drop your knee. Inhale, hands down or to your thigh. Lift the chest. Plank, everyone. Everybody's favorite pose. Knees up or down. Exhale, lower down. Feet are flat. Inhale, cobra. Your thumbs are right beside your chest. Okay, inhale. Down dog. Float it back. Exhale. Take a breath. Left leg up, inhale. Look where you want your foot to go. Step forward, exhale. Do the best you can. Now go wide with your legs. Step, drop your back knee. Inhale, lift your chest as best you can. That's why you can have your hands up here. May have a little more movement. All right, and then let's step forward. Exhale, long breath, everyone. Arms out, inhale. Lift up, look up. How awesome is that? Hands to the center of your chest. Woo! We're going to go back to chair pose for a breath, or for 5 breaths actually. So hands to your thighs, sitting down. This time knees together, squeezing. Take a peek down, your knees are behind your toes. Arms forward, parallel to the mat, or arms up, biceps in line with ears. Looking forward or up. 5, now squeeze your bum. 4, pull the navel in a little bit. 3, 2, and 1. Standing tall. Ooh, exhale, hands down. Hands interlace behind your back. We'll open the chest, draw your hands down towards the ground, pull your shoulder blades together. Now you're going to look up slightly, but the lift is by lifting the chest up. And the head just kind of comes along. Pull into the lower belly, push into your feet. Big breath into the chest. It feels uncomfortable. We do not do this enough. Everything is rolling forward right in our day. So to get this feels very odd and uncomfortable to our bodies. But just breathe into it. Feel stability through your feet. You don't have to drop your head back. Feel stretch in the chest muscles. And get these muscles open so you can breathe in up here. Okay, from the belly all the way up. One more breath. Shoulder blades together, hands down past your bum. And then release the hands. Ooh, exhale. Okay, so I'm going to face you, face the camera. We're going to go into tree. Balancing. Okay, so we're going to take all that energy, bring it down into your standing foot. So left foot. Now, if you've got a wall near you, counter, and you prefer to use that, go for it. Move over and put one hand on the counter. So right foot's going to come in. So this is a hip opener, okay, external rotator. So the right knee rotates out, and the sole of your foot's going to go along the ankle. You got a big toe on the ground. It's going to slide up underneath your knee. Do not hook on your knee joint, or it's going to slide all the way up to inner thigh, okay? Knees out. Hips are level, so feel your hips. So here's the key to balance. It's hard. The key is to breathe. Go to that meditative breath. In and out. And don't move your eyes. Hands to chest if you haven't already. Smiling. If your foot comes up and down, up and down, up and down, that's okay. Why don't you just keep it down by your ankle, big toe on the mat. Option, arms up if you haven't already. Sorry, you can't see my fingers here. Breathe. Lifting up out of your ankle, lift up out of your arch, get taller, get taller. One more breath. And then your hands are going to come down first. Exhale, palms face down. And then your foot. Great, now don't move your eyes. Keep breathing. Okay, we're going to take the other side. Eyes are steady. Externally rotate the knee. Draw the foot up along the body. Okay, so it's going to be different. Each side's different. Okay, so where does this side want to go? For me, I've got an injury on my foot. So I tend to keep this side down a little lower. Doesn't mean I still don't have all the focus of balancing. Okay, hand to heart, hands to heart. You can keep your hands here. You can keep your hands on your hips. It's all about the focus. Now when your hands come up, you can keep your hands together. That's hard on the shoulders if you're tight here. But if you can do that, go for it. You want to keep your hands apart. It's a little more opening, expansive pose. I like this feeling, but whichever suits you. Now you want to get tall. So I notice, ooh, I'm sunk into my hip here. I'm going to get taller out of my spine. I'm going to push into my standing leg. Make sure you're externally rotating your left knee. Get tall. Okay, so no sinking into your joints. We're extending, expanding, opening. Breathing. And then turn your palms out. Let your hands come down. And then the foot. Beautiful. Ooh. And then we're squatting down. So feet are together, everybody. We're squatting down again. The arms are coming up. Inhale. Squat lower. The hands reach to the mat. Exhale. Come up a little bit. Inhale. Exhale. A little bit faster. Two more times. Exhale. Inhale all the way up. Hands to heart center. Exhale. So we're going to do a twist. I'm going to give you options. Squat back down. So we're going to twist to the right, go to the outside of the right leg. Option 1, hands to the outside of the leg, twist here. Option 2, prayer hands, twist here. Option 3, bottom hand down, top arm up. Find your spot. I'm going to check what you're all doing for a 5. That's it. Hey, 4. Get as low as you can in your squat. Go way down. You're going across your leg into a twist. 3. That's it. Hands to outside the leg, prayer pose, whatever works. 2. Just find the rotation in your ribs. Yes, that's really good, everybody. All right, let's stand up tall. Inhale, reach to the ceiling. Whoo! Exhale, hands to heart. I'm going to turn so it'll face your way. Exhale, feet together, sit back. Knees stay together. Hands to outside of the leg, twist. Go a little lower. Prayer hands, notice my top elbows straight up. A little lower. Open the arms, okay, for 5. 4. You're all breathing, you're all breathing. I can see you all, I love it. 3, that's it, Jennifer. Keep rotating through your ribs, yes, yes. 2, sit your bum down, everybody. Yeah, I love that I can see you. 1, exhale, forward fold, everyone. Whew, now, feet are apart, bend and straighten alternate legs. Bend and straighten. So from all that heat building in those big muscles, we're going to do a triangle in a wide angle forward bend. Absolutely release, 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 and then a deep lunge. So inhale, roll up, lift up, hands to heart, exhale. Take the long, face the long edge of your mat, everyone. Okay, feet, this is how wide you want your feet. Take your arms out. Your ankles are under your wrists, more or less, okay? And then hands come down to your hips. We're going to take the right foot and aim it out. Your front heel, back heel, pretty much on the same line, okay? And now your back foot, just aim it forward a bit. That's all, so triangle pose. Move your hips. This is the action of triangle, okay? These muscles. Loosening up where the hamstrings originate, loosening up the pelvic bowl, getting into your low back, okay? So you're going to take your right hand and drop it down right at the hip crease. And then do a little tilt and you're folding into that hand. You feel that? You could bend your front knee a little. Fold into the hip crease. The other hand's going to wrap around your back to open your shoulder. Fold into it. And then drop your hand down, the inside of the shin. Press the back of your hand into your shin and roll your chest up to the ceiling as you keep pushing back. It's hard, right? Hamstrings are tight, you're feeling this. I want you to watch what's happening with your upper body. You need to pretend there's a wall behind you and your upper body is leaning on that wall. So maybe that you don't come down as far, that's okay. Okay, so you're tilting, keeping your shoulder blades against an imaginary wall behind you. Lengthening the crown. Now if you want, so we've got a little bit of shoulder opening here. If you want, you can take your hand up and extend. Now pulling your lower belly a little bit. Breathe. Looks really good, everybody. Breathe. Look up. Now you're going to push into your legs and come up. Inhale. Hands are outstretched, and we're just going to flip the feet around. So you're going to have to take a peek down at your feet. Front heel, back heel on their imaginary line. Everybody, your back foot aims forward a bit. Hands come to the hips. Do your little hip tilt. Okay, then the front hand, your left hand goes in the crease. Tilt yourself. I actually just I use my hands as an assist, right, to tilt. Tilt. Your top shoulder is up. You've got an imaginary wall behind you. You can take all the time you need to get into this pose. Tilt. Tailbone pushes back. Ooh, bottom hand down. Top hand can wrap around your back to get that shoulder open. Your legs are super strong. Arm comes up eventually. If you want, you can keep it behind your back. If you've got long hamstrings here, and long arms, you may be down and connecting to your big toe. You can do that. You can grab onto your big toe. So I'm that person with long arms, short legs. Okay, and breathe. You're gonna keep pushing your tailbone back. Look up. Brilliant, everybody. Look down, exhale. Inhale, come up. Feet aim to the long edge of the mat. Hands come to hip creases. Go a little bit wider even with the feet. We're going to come forward. So I'm going to give you an option for the shoulders. And I don't know if you have shoulder injuries, you're going to be careful, all right? But you can either, I'll turn around, interlace your hands behind your back to come forward and the arms are going to go overhead. Or you can hold on to the strap. So here's a nice option if the shoulders feel real tight or you've had a shoulder injury. Okay? Push into your feet like you're going to rip the mat apart. Slight bend in the knees and you push your bum back like you're going to fall backwards. Then the arms come overhead and you drop your head down. You have to keep the energy in your legs. Okay, so you're pushing your feet apart. That's an anchor. You're shifting the weight back to your heels, so your big toes are going to want to pop up. Anchor your big toes as well. Keep spreading your feet out like you're trying to rip the mat apart. And then exhale, let's wiggle the arms overhead a little more, everybody. Wiggle, wiggle. Anchor your legs, anchor your feet. Keep it going. One more breath. Strong legs, everyone. Hands come down to the lower back. And then down to the mat so you can put your strap to the side. And then push into your hands and let your chest come up halfway. Ooh, shake your head out a little bit. You're going to heel toe the feet in slightly. Hands to your thighs. And then come up. Inhale. And then wiggle the feet back in. Nice work. Or you're going to aim to the long edge of your mat, standing up the top of your mat. Whew, big breath. Body's getting warmed up, heated up, opened up. Inhale, take your arms up. Exhale, take a forward fold, let it all go. Then we're going to take the left foot and lunge it back as far as it'll go. Drop your left knee down. Okay, and take your hands to the arch side of your foot. Runner's lunge. You're going to walk your right foot over a little bit more. So you've got room here. You're going to flatten out your back toes. And breathe. So this becomes what's called lizard pose. But now you can put your blanket underneath your left knee. You're going to just look forward to the edge of your mat. You're going to lean into it a little bit. Lean forward. Just lean into it. Your right shin is still pretty perpendicular, all right? It's just your torso is kind of coming forward. Breathe. Now, if you feel like, oh, I need a little bit more space here, all you do is walk your right foot over just a little bit more. And you can even turn your right toes out a little bit, okay? Now, as you're breathing here, you can come down on a forearm. So you could drop, you may laugh, but hey, you can come down on your left forearm. Now you can put your pillow underneath your forearms, okay? And come on down here. And breathe. The other option you have with this front leg, and I'm going to stay up here so you can see my leg, is to let the knee open out. Okay, and the sole of the foot turns in. So as you're down here, the knee goes wide. You can do that as well. Okay, breathe. So the key here, what makes it yoga, is to be present, to use your breath as your anchor. You're doing great. I'll just talk you through it. Let your head go down. Let yourself chill. I want you to notice your thoughts. Okay, notice where you're going. Notice where you're going. We're just going to take 3 more breaths and just try to be here. Where your attention goes, your energy goes. Let's bring the energy into the hip joint. 1 more breath. Okay, now we're slowly going to come up. And we're going to open the hamstring a little bit of that front leg. So up onto the hands. I want you to be careful of your back knee. I don't know how everybody's kneecaps feel, so you could, again, have your blanket on the back knee, under the back knee. As you come up, you're going to straighten your front leg. You're going to come all the way up. So I've got my lovely couch prop here. You can have your hands on your hips. You can have your hands on your leg. And then slight bend in the knee. We're going to come forward, fingertips on the mat. Forward fold. See if you can keep your foot flexed, your left foot. Sorry, your right foot. And your back foot now just flattened out. Breath, everybody. The other thing you can do is try to contract the top of your leg, the front of your leg, your quadricep muscles, as you're coming forward and breathing, and that'll help your back of your leg release. Keep breathing. Okay, and then we're going to come back forward into lunge, so hands to the mat. And you're going to come into a downward dog. Exhale. So we're going to hold this downward dog. If you haven't done down dog in a while, you need to bend your knees, okay? Let your chest drop between your shoulders. And we're going to take 5 deep breaths. It requires a lot of strength on your upper body. So if you're just, building up your upper body strength again, you take a couple breaths and drop your knees. That's fine. If you've been at down dog for a little while, your legs are straight, your toes come off the mat, your tailbone's turned up, everybody. 2 more breaths. Fingertips are gripping the mat. Your head dangles. Don't hold your head up. Okay, let it come right down. Last breath, exhale. So opening up the whole back line of our body. Brilliant. Then we're going to step both feet up to the front of the mat. Or you can have a little jump. Okay? Inhale. Once you get there, bring your hands to your shins and lift up to a flat back. And then exhale, forward fold, and let it all go. Dangle it out. Runner's lunge into lizard pose on the other side. So your right foot slides back, knee drops. You want to be really open here, as deep as you can go. Okay, just take a few breaths here before you get down to forearms, etc. Your left foot walks over a little bit, so you've got some space. I've kept my left hand on my thigh. Just, start the wiggling around, move into it. Your back foot flattens out. It's going to get you deeper into your connective tissue. Your hands come down to the mat if you can manage that. You can use your pillow. You can put your forearms down on your pillow or your hands on your pillow. You can walk your front foot over a little bit more. You can even let your knee angle out and just open right out to the side. Okay, so the sole of your foot is turning in. Now everybody breathe. 5 deep breaths. Belly, ribs, chest. Okay, relax your jaw. Relax the eyes. Try to keep your eyes focused, so not moving around. All right, if your knee is opening out to the side, just keep letting it open. Nice, and then into our hamstring opener, so come on up, onto the hands, inhale, move that pillow aside if you're using it, blanket underneath your knee if you want, straighten out front leg, and I usually walk my foot around a little bit, find the position for my leg, flex your foot, squeeze your quad, and then come down. Now if you're real tight here, of course your knee's a bit bent, down you come. Ooh, and breathe into it. Right, relax your neck. And relax your jaw. Exhale, keep coming down. One more breath. Well done, everybody. I'm going to walk forward to a lunge. Downward dog. Slide it back. Child's pose if you want. Downward dog's feeling good here. The intention is to keep stretching out the back line of the body. So we've got both legs, both hamstrings stretching out now. Crown to tailbone stretched out. Tailbone all the way down to the heels. If your down dog has bent knees, then let's just alternate bending and straightening. Okay? If both legs can straighten for you and heels go to the mat, then do that. If you're a bent leg down dog person, then alternate bending and straightening. Okay, we'll take 3 more breaths. Strengthening that upper body, opening the back line. 2. And 1. And then dropping down. We're going to come down onto the knees. And you're going to be on your knees for a minute. So if you prefer to have a little padding, you roll your mat up or take your blanket and put it underneath your knees. Knees come 2 fist widths apart. Actually, I'll turn this way so you can see me. No, I won't. I'll keep turning this way. Sorry. Knees 2 fist widths apart. We do modified camel. Just to now, we did a whole bunch of back line opening. Now we just open the front. So the hands are just going to come behind us. Okay? That's all. Elbows start to pull together. We open the chest. Simple. Right. Let the chin tuck in. Feel stretch in the back of the neck. Now pull up into the lower belly a little bit, lower abdominals. This is support for your lower back, okay? So it's not like, we're never trying to get this 6-pack of abs. They pull up is from the inside. It's like a Kegel, okay? It's a lift. Now, the back bend comes from the chest opening, not from compressing your low back. So we're supporting our low back here with our hands, heels of the hands. Your chest lifts. There's a Kegel, a lift from the pelvic floor. Even if it's like, are you kidding? I can't not lift my pelvic floor. Just, just know that there are muscles there, that there's an energy there that lifts up. Eyes up. Okay, now if you have a practice and you know you can arch back into camel, feet flat or toes tucked under, you're going to reach back one hand at a time, find a heel, and do it. I'm not going to guide you through the whole thing. If you've got that practice now, go for it. Okay, do not sink into your low back, everybody. The best thing you can do right here in this class is to just leave hands on low back and open chest. For 3. Now your head can be back a little more. You can just keep the chin in. 2. And 1. Nice. Now we are going to go down into child. So slowly. Hands to mat. Knees can be wide apart or knees closer together for this variation. Drop your hips back to your heels. Your head's down, touching the mat. So if it doesn't quite touch, take your knees wider apart so there's room for your torso to go between your thighs. You can put your hands underneath your forehead if you want. You can put your hands forward or you can put your hands back by your feet. Okay, so we just opened up that whole front line. I want you to feel the breathing into the front of your body. So the abdomen moving on the thighs. That's so good for your digestion. Okay, good for sleep. Right, relaxing your nervous system. Now, we're going to keep opening that back line as well. So with the forehead on the mat, your shoulders relax. Breathe into the back ribs. Passive opening for your low back. Relax your jaw. Wonderful. Hands come underneath the shoulders. Roll up. Okay, and then we're going to come to seated. So again, take your blanket. If the hips are tight, I always use my blanket. Why not? And we're going to come to wide leg forward bend. Okay, so the legs come out. We'll keep rolling right into it. Everybody start with your hands. So if you're on your blanket, you're sitting on the edge of your blanket, right on the lip, so it'll tilt your pelvis, okay? You got that? And then the hands come behind you, and let's sit up tall. Your legs are like you're standing on the ground, so your feet are flexed, quads are strong. Get tall. Hamstrings are tight, there's a little bend in the knees, okay? Your hands can stay behind you, or you can bring them in front. Now if you bring them in front and there's a big slouch happening, that's okay. You're just kind of building up the energy here and the openness in the hips. It'll all come. Keep your hands here and just slowly wiggle yourself forward, okay, with your hands behind you. Or hands come in front. Okay, now flex your feet again, everybody. Hands come in front. Just like we did in triangle, you have an option here. You can take your first two fingers at okay, first two fingers like peace sign, go in between your big toe and your second toe, hook from the inside, hold on, elbows out to widen your shoulders and come down. Look just in front, okay? Breathe. Okay, so you've got hands on the ground, hands to big toes, or hands behind you. Okay, everybody squeeze your thigh muscles, flex your feet. Your feet are like imagine there's a wall right here your feet are pressing on. And breathe deep. A few more breaths. These are huge muscle groups here that we're opening. Take your time. Hands to the mat if you're not already. Walk yourself up. I'm going to do a twist and then come down to pigeon on our back. Okay, so first of all a twist. Legs come out. The right leg folds over the left. So I may look opposite from you. That's okay, so it's right leg. Okay, right leg on top. Option. The bottom leg, so I roll over, I let my bottom foot come under. Now, if you stay rolled over with the bottom leg under, bring your leg back out straight, okay? You gotta get back up so both sits bones get on the mat. If that can't happen with the foot under, just straighten out your leg, okay? Right hand behind you, left arm's gonna hug your knee. Okay, and the hug can be a real deep hug or it can be holding your knee up here with your hand. Okay, so let's get tall. And exhale from crown of the head extends, roll through your ribs, and don't go very far, just exhale and we'll stop there. Inhale, get tall again, crown of the head extends, push into your right big toe, rotate through your belly and your ribs, exhale, then your eyes look back, and then stop. Inhale, get tall again, exhale, twist. Looking back. And the tighter you go with your knee, great. You get to feel your abdomen moving on your thigh, and great for digestion again. Exhale. Okay. Then we're going to come forward, everybody. So keep the legs as they are. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, rotate the other way. Inhale, come forward. Switch your legs around. The left leg's on top. Right leg is straight or bent. Now if you have this straight leg, if that's your choice, make sure you flex your foot again, okay? So like your foot is pressing and standing on something. It's going to keep your hip engaged. Left hand behind you. Right hand hugs. Pull the thigh in towards the body. So you decide how close you want to be here. As long as you can sit up tall. Inhale. Exhale. Don't slouch when you're exhaling. Let's get that spine spiraling. Inhale. Exhale. A few more times. So just go with your breath here. Get tall, notice your slouch. So I noticed I tried to get deeper in my twist and it made me slouch a little bit. So I readjust. Maybe don't go as far. Push your left big toe on the mat. Well done, everybody. And then you're going to come forward. The whole spine spirals forward. Inhale. Exhale, turn the other way. Really nice. Inhale, come forward. Okay, now we're going to roll down on the back. And the way we do that is start in a seated position and have your, we may use our strap, I'm not sure. So have it beside you if you have one. Okay, so the way we roll down, mindfully, a little bit of core action, hands to hamstrings, round your back, come on down. Now you may be able to roll down without holding hamstrings. It may feel better for your back to hold on. Okay, your choice. Rolling down, rolling down, rolling down, and then let your knees come in. Exhale. Okay, your choice how tight you want the knees to come. Let's do some knee circles. Inhale as they come away. Exhale as they come in. Okay, close your eyes. Feel that. Just feel the opening of the hip joints. So if you can imagine, if you can picture your thigh bone, at the end of your thigh bone is a ball. So it's a ball and socket joint. And that end of your thigh bone, that ball, is rolling around in the hip socket. So let's just get some freedom. Big movement. Nice work. Then the feet touch down to the mat. We're going to do pigeon pose on the back. So the right ankle is going to go on the left thigh. Okay, got that? Flex your right foot. Take your right hand and push your right knee away from you. This is key. Okay, you're going to keep the knee pushed away from you. And then your left foot comes off the mat. That foot flexes as well. The shin comes towards your body, but the knee stays away. Then I feed my hand through the little triangle. Other hand to the outside of the thigh. Interlace fingers behind your left thigh. Chin in and breathe. Pigeon pose. Some people call this figure 4. From all the yoga classes I've ever done, this is pigeon on your back. So pigeon's Kapotasana, supine, all right, supine pigeon pose. Supta Kapotasana. Pigeon on your back. Resting pigeon. All right, so feet are flexed. The knee pushes away from your body. Shin comes closer to the body. Breathe. All right, so we did all that work at the beginning of class, all that thigh work and the hips, like the strength work, the squats and the goddesses and the sun salutations, you name it, to warm up, get some energy in the hips here and the thighs so we can open them up. Okay, and then we're going to go now half happy baby and then do the 2 poses on the other side. So let your left foot drop down. Take your right hand, grab the outside of your right foot. Okay, and then you're going to point the sole of the right foot to the ceiling. So there's a big bend in your right knee. Right knee goes out towards the edge of your mat. So it is way pointing out to the side. That's okay. Now, keep your left leg bent or straighten your left leg. You will know which to choose. If you straighten your left leg and your foot's hovering way off the ground, you feel any kind of pull in your lower back, go back to bent knee, okay? Exhale, everybody, letting that foot come down, letting your knee come down. Okay, we're not going to stay long here. And then we switch sides, so the foot comes down. So normally, and Kirsten, you made me think of this, that pigeon feels better for most people on their back. If for any reason your back is sore and you know pigeon pose on the front of your body, go ahead and flip over and do pigeon on the front, okay, if this isn't comfortable. Sorry, I should have mentioned that on the other side. So we're going to put left ankle on right knee. You're going to pick right foot off the ground. Both feet are flexed. Hug the hamstring. Remember, your knee is away from your body. Shin comes into the mat, into the body, and breathe. You want to keep nudging that knee away from you. Close your eyes, deep breathing everybody, and try to keep your thoughts here on the breath, on the body. There's so much benefit from noticing when you jump on a train of thought. Okay, you notice, whoa, where did I go? Come on back. It allows us then in your day to have some separation and reactive time. Okay, so we don't walk around reacting to everything. We get to separate ourselves from the crazy thoughts, from reactionary thoughts, from habitual thoughts, right? We get some space. So just breathe. Just hook onto your breath here. Okay, half happy baby. Right foot to the mat. Take your left hand, grab the outside of your left foot. Sole to the ceiling. Exhale, knee comes down. Option to straighten right leg. And if you straighten your right leg, flex your foot. Breathe deep, everyone. Wonderful. And then guide the foot down to the mat. And then bend your other knee. All right, we're gonna just do windshield wiper pose. A little kind of a baby twist. And then another thing, we always do Shavasana at the end. So corpse pose, lying on your back. If lying on your back here doesn't feel great, you can lie on your side. You can also do your final relaxation. You can do it seated if you want, okay? So windshield wiper, feet are as wide as your mat. And then just let your knees go side to side. Now option, if you want to take this a little bit deeper, what you can do when the knees are pointed up, walk your feet in a little bit, take your right leg over the left, okay, and then let your knees go over to the right. So see what's happening? Your right leg is assisting the twist. Now this is pretty intense, and then your left arm would go out. If it's too intense, go back to windshield wiper. Okay, breathe in, close your eyes. Because you can feel this on your knee, you can feel it in your hip, in your low back. This is really good for your lower back to release SI joint. Release your piriformis. Okay, we're going to come up. Inhale. So windshield wiper again. I'm just going to move your back around. Or take your left leg on top. Do a little shuffle of the hips to the right and come on over. So you could do this just for a couple breaths and then go to windshield wiper. Extend your right arm out. You can look to the right. Come on up. Inhale. All right, we're going to take a couple minutes in Shavasana pose. Do not skip this. It's easy. You're at home, right? You can go, yeah, okay, I'm done. Don't be done yet. All right, come on. This is like the icing on the cake. This seals your practice. So you can do this sitting up. You can do this lying on your side if it's not great on your back. Legs straighten, everybody. Use your pillow. Use your blanket if you want. What a wonderful thing. Shake your arms out. Shake your legs out. And I'll just give you a little bit of guidance to relax the body. You know, it's maybe 2 minutes. And then we come and close in seated position. Exhale, everyone. Let your shoulders relax. Move your fingers around a little bit. Take a big inhale. Exhale, feel your arms heavy. Palms roll open. Same thing with the legs. Inhale. Exhale down into the hips, the thighs, even your low back. And let's wiggle the toes a little. Big inhale. Exhale, let your feet fall open a little more if you can. So let's do that with the torso. Inhale fully, belly, ribs, chest, big expansion. Exhale, your torso just melts into the mat. Feel your shoulder blades, your back, your hips. One more time. Now notice your face. Soften the eyes. Soften your forehead. Your cheeks, your tongue, your lips. Find a big, long exhale. And then just take another minute. Find your breath in and out. And then let's slowly come on back to the mat. Breath is a bit deeper. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Move your ankles and wrists. And then take a big breath. Reach your arms overhead and flex your feet. Inhale. And a nice loud exhale. Okay, so you have two ways that you can come up to seated. A way that builds a little more energy is to rock and roll on your spine and just rock up to seated. Or rock to your side. So your knees would come in, rock over to your right side. This is the way I like. Rock over to your right side in a fetal position. Heads on your arm for support. It's called Baby Krishna. And then your left arm comes over and pushes you up. So your hands help you lift up into seated position. Okay? And then we close. So the hands, so you're in seated position, cross leg, easy pose, or lotus, or half lotus. Hands at heart center, we're going to rub the palms together. So this is the way I close every class. I've been closing every class for 15 years. 15 plus years, oh my gosh. Palms rubbed together. Find some heat in your hands. Let your hands come over your eyes and let your eyes rest in your hands. Smiling and a thought of gratitude. That's beautiful. Hands come back to prayer pose called Namaskar Mudra. Thumbs rest at the center of your chest. So we're going to chant Om. Om is like a big circle of energy, giving it out and receiving it back. Shanti, 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 meaning peace. Shanti to your immediate family, Shanti to the community here, Shanti to your larger community. If you want to think city, if you want to think province, if you want to think your state, if you want to think your country, the world, all right? So Om, Shanti, 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 Om. Right, with a smile. Here we go. Inhale. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. the place in you where the entire universe resides. And I honor the place in you of love, of truth, of peace, and of wisdom. And I honor the place in you where when you are in that place and I am in that place, there's only one of us. Namaste. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for coming.